This pricey raw water is a total scam. $64 gets you tap water from Oregon. You gotta love it. And in fact, I think someone on Twitter has said this best. You gotta love the fact that someone is selling the Silicon Valley elites tap water from Oregon for $65 or $64, and it's basically just bacteria infected water. We'll get onto this and you'll see how bad this is. Although that said, I don't know if we should actually be stopping them. Look, Silicon Valley could probably do with a purge. Just saying. Let's jump into the article. You probably heard the buzz about raw water, the hottest new drinking water in Silicon Valley. It promises benefits like natural probiotics and beauty minerals like selena and, well, just discovered. It's a total ripoff. A New York Times trend piece and several follow-up profiled Fountain of Truth raw water made by a company called Live Water is advertising as unfiltered, untreated, unsterilized spring water, and a 2.5-gallon jug of Fountain of Truth recently retailed for $60.99. That's about $24 per gallon in a boutique grocery store in San Francisco, prompting shock from customers and horror from scientists. It turns out the Fountain of Truth is perfectly safe to drink. That's because it's the exact same water that flows out of the taps in Oregon. At $64 for minimum for 4 jugs, that's an awful lot of money you pay for essentially the same water that you get out of your bathroom sink. Live Water makes it look like the product has been skimmed off the surface of Magically Mountain Spring. Founder Mahag Singh, which is not his real name by the way, lives in Hawaii, and you can find him on Instagram filling glass orbs from natural water sources trickling down over jungle vegetation or from PVC pipes protruding from springs just below the ground. Singh, whose birth name is Christopher Stumborn, yes, that's his real name, doesn't have the quite, earth tone ring to it though, does it? Says he's personally drank from hundreds of natural springs and has never gotten sick. His company site even includes a link to findaspring.com, a website for water gatherers to find naturally occurring water sources. When raw water first started going viral, a number of other outlets reported on the dangers of collecting the drinking water directly from a spring, given the potential health risks. We wanted to find out exactly where the Fountain of Truth comes from. On its website, Live Water says it's sourced from Opal Springs, Oregon, a natural spring at the bottom of a canyon near the small city of Madras. When we called the John Mordy, I might be mispronouncing, a spokesperson for the Oregon Department of Public Health, to ask what kind of water collection goes on at Opal Springs, Mordy said the Opal Springs was fed by an aquifer that was able to meet all standards for public consumption without treatment. And the water was distributed by the Desolate Valley Water District, a non-profit utility company that has been in business since 1919. When we called the Desolate Valley Water District to ask how bottling companies like Livewire get them from the springs, they made it clear that no, Singh isn't at the bottom of the Opal Springs Canyon dunking his $33 1-gallon globes in by hand like he does on Instagram. They all like to sort of imply that they're filling bottles right out of the Opal Springs. Edison Plow, the general manager, told me, they are not down at our spring bottling directly from the source. It's the same water that we serve our customers. In other words, it's tap water. In other words, Livewire's Pricey Fountain of Truth is just the tap water from Jefferson County, which residents get piped into their homes for about 1/3 of a cent per gallon. When we asked Livewire to comment on this, Singh was open about it. The town of Madras, Oregon, has been drinking raw, unsterilized Opal Springs water from their tap for over half a century, and no one has ever gotten sick. Singh said in an email, while water is indeed the same water that comes out of their taps, shortly before the publication, Livewire updated its site to acknowledge this fact. When asked why a minimum Livewire delivery cost is $64, Singh replied, our water delivery service is so expensive as a result of our refrigerated trucks. Isn't it the middle of winter over in the US? refrigerated storage, and other cost of customers-made glass jugs. We are acquiring some outside investment soon, and that'll be building up our infrastructure. We hope to make prices more affordable at that time. It's true that the Fountain of Truth does not go through the filtering, UV purifying, and ozonization process that other bottled water brands do. But the only proven difference this makes is that it shortens the life shelf of the water itself. Livewire embraces this, noting that its raw water has a shelf life of 1 full lunar cycle after delivery. Or 2 weeks, as the rest of us like to say. Or a fortnight. Mind you, I'm not trying to sell a $64 bottle of water. But anyway. The problem is that despite Singh's claims that Livewire provides natural probiotics and beauty minerals, skipping out on those treatment processes don't have any proven health benefits. Livewater alleges that water sterilization disrupts healthy bacteria. Trick Van Luna, a microbiologist at California State University, Fresco, told us he's never heard of any bacteria listed on Livewire's site being used as probiotics. Although Singh's claims that Livewire is good for you and appears to be bullshit, it's not illegal per se. For the company to make those sort of false claims, the company included all relevant FDA disclaimer about a mystical claims, which essentially acts as a buffer agent against accusations of false advertising. Singh's Instagram is full of raw water gathering, but he never explicitly says that he's showing the live water bottles processed for its actual product. To be fair, as far as tap water goes, Livewire is pretty great. The Distance Valley of Water Distributor won Best Taste Water Award in a blind taste with judges from across the state in 1996 and 2001, 2003 and 2013. And Progue said the local residents tell him they often take tap water with them in bottles on vacation. But that does not make it worth anywhere from $16 to $60 per jug in San Francisco. For Silicon Valley's new money technocrats, spending $90 a month on drinking water may not be a big deal financially, but they might as well be flushing that money down the drain. Or, give it to me. I'll take it. Support me in the links below. In San Francisco, where live water is sold, the water supply is perfectly drinkable and costs around half a penny per gallon. Heck, you can buy distilled water, the purest form of liquid, on Walmart.com for less than $1 per gallon from anywhere in the country. And if you're that desperate for probiotics, why don't you do what everybody else does and eat some yogurt instead of getting swindled by a new age hippie grifter selling tap water in pretty vases. So if you're thirsty for raw water in San Francisco or LA, you could buy a couple of jugs at the corner organic grocery, or just take a road trip to Oregon, turn on a tap, and probably cost about the same. So guys, what's my view on all this? Look, at the end of the day, the water he is selling, it is completely legal, so you can't judge him for that. And, well, he's kind of ripping off the Silicon Valley elite, so credit to him, I suppose. I don't know, they always say a fool is easy parted with his money. But at the end of the day, at least it's not as bad as we originally suspected. When I first heard their story, I figured they were actually getting it from a stream or something along those lines. As some of you may know, if you've ever grown up in like a farmland, if a cow takes a dump near a river supply, it can contaminate it, cause all sorts of bugs, E. coli, whatever it may be. All those sort of bugs that can make you very, very sick, even hepatitis along those lines. So at the very least, at least it's filtered to a certain point. The only difference between it and the tap water you get from Oregon is basically it hasn't been run through a UV filter or a UV light source, and that's really basically about it. But hey, if you want to spend anywhere from $16 to $60 a jug for the same water, go for it. I won't stop you. But, like I say, maybe support a few YouTubers instead. You might feel better. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you hate this guy for doing this? Or do you think, credit to him? He's ripping off Silicon Valley. Can't blame him. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. And apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy.